Esther. Great, thanks. Okay. How ridiculous, I thought to myself as I watched the neighbor walk their dog through 3 inches of snow, shoveling for a place for the dog to do its business. And then after, as the poop sunk down into the white fluffy snow, trying to retrieve it, I just thought to myself, I would never do that. Why would anybody do that? Besides for that, I remembered when I was about 10 in my neighborhood, I was just taking a walk, and all of a sudden, seemingly out of nowhere, a giant, I think it was German Shepherd, comes out, and it was breathing on my legs. I remember feeling the hot air, and it was growling, and out came its owner with a broom and just like beating the dog, saying, leave her alone, leave her alone, which was not helping at all. And my third encounter with the dog was at our Aunt Regina's house, and she had 2 dogs named Whiskey and Bourbon, and said, just don't bother, it was Whiskey, while he's eating, because that's the only time he took a piece out of someone's thigh, was because she was bothering him while he was having his food. So, of course, that was completely understandable. So, no, I was definitely not interested in a dog. No, thank you. So that was my thoughts for the first 50 years of my life. I had no dog. I was very comfortable with that. And when my children asked for a dog, I said that that was just not something that I was able to do. And besides, I wanted to give them my full attention. And fast forward, our youngest daughter had always wanted a puppy. She was begging for a puppy. And we had the fish, we had the school hamster. I won't go into the details of that, but the kids were now all teenagers, and they really were able to take care of the dog as they promised. And now my husband was also requesting that we consider a dog. So I finally agreed and said, I'm game for this adventure. Let's try it. Realizing, of course, that there isn't no trying it when you're committing to getting a dog. And I was basically the opposite of dauntless at that time, and just praying that this just would work out. Okay. And then actually, after we told my daughter, we are going to get the dog, with her, I still remember her shocked expression, just staring at me saying, wow, people can change. She still remembers that as well. Okay. So we got Toby, and that name is short for October, which is the month we got her, although she was born in August. So we had this very cute little dog, and she really looked like a stuffed animal. She's a miniature Labradoodle. And she actually, when she was the first picture I saw, she was on the carpet, and I couldn't really even tell where she was because she was surprisingly the exact same color of our carpeting. I think it's called like real estate beige. Toby is here. She's my also to you in a moment. So she timidly explored the house, and she was super cute, and she was shy, which was just perfect because we kept our distance at first. And then surprisingly, Toby ended up being lots of fun. We brought us together as a family even more so. We would watch her and laugh, and she was her happiness and playfulness was really very contagious. And so it brought us together in a very nice way. She was comic relief, and we still say she's comic relief all times, except for when she wasn't comic relief, and that's when the door was open and she'd bolt out the front door. But fortunately, she has a tremendous case of FOMO, and that's all we would have to do was start the car, and she would come racing from whatever direction she was, open the door, and she'd hop in. So it worked out. Also super smart, pretty much a genius dog. And she quickly learned to jump through hoops and sit and dance. And we could even give her favorite food and we could say, wait. And she would wait as long as the food was there until we said go. And we are inspired by that to this day. Toby taught me how to be more assertive. I remember the first time I was told that if you have a dog, you have to tell them who's in charge and let them know that you're in charge. And so first time I said no, really loudly, and I like scared myself. But so I could thank Toby to, for helping me be assertive and more directive. Um, the other things that Toby has taught us, and I'll just mention a few of them, that I was considering, or those not considering. The authenticity of a dog, there is nothing else. When she's happy, the tail's up and wagging. As soon as like my husband leaves, tail goes down. Suitcases come out down, walk into the room, tail goes up. Like the only thing she can't do is pay the price of authenticity. She doesn't stand on ceremonies, no matter what happens. She'll climb up into our laps and look straight in the eyes and just snuggle. And what also we've learned from Toby is enthusiasm. Whether we're gone for 3 days or 3 minutes, the same dance occurs, very enthusiastic, very waggle dance, stomping her feet. And then when another person comes in and says hi, it like really pales in comparison to what the dog is doing. And so we started to like waggle and okay. So not, anyhow, so I am very grateful when I take Toby for a walk in the snow and dig out the area for her to sit comfortably. And I look back and smile.